What is up, Mav fans and hoop heads? Hope your vibes are immaculate today. I'm AG, your host, CEO, director, manager, all that. Welcome on into another episode of Mavs Rundown. Appreciate you for listening. And today, man, come in on a sad one. The Mavericks, die hard by the three tonight, against the New York Knicks, 107-77. You live by the three and you die horribly, tragically by the three in that sense. Tonight was just, honestly, this pod is going to be probably very short because I'll try to make it last a little bit as long as I can, but really, this was a stinker game. This was one of those NBA games where you just don't have it. You just don't have it. Defensively, we were giving up, points in the paint left and right by drives, and then, of course, Mitchell played, which I was hoping he was going to be a late scratch, but was not. Was feeling great tonight and comes out and just, he dominates inside. Any, decent center inside should dominate, and he did that. He had his moments. Only had 11 points, but 11 points, 11 rebounds. An easy double-double for him tonight. And guys were just, again, getting to the paint left and right. And then, man, as I said, live by the three, die by the three. The three was not falling. At, I think halftime we were one of 20-something, 22, 23 maybe. And Mavs just could not get their shot falling. Nobody really could. It really was weird because a lot of these shots too were it was the rattling shots. The ball would go in, halfway in, and then pop out, and you're just like, this is just not our night. This is, it happened multiple times, so it's just like, when you see it happen once, you're like, oh, whatever. Twice, third time, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is just not our night, guys. Hope we can play some defense, and it kind of got away from us just slowly and surely. And the lead built up to 28. And, give credit, that got it cut down in the third to like a 14-point lead at one point. But, just not enough. The ball was still just not going in the hole. Luka at least finished. He had 31 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, and a block. Only 2 turnovers. He's trying to do everything he can. He had a really good first quarter too. As he does, like he's actually doing really good historically in the first quarter. I saw a stat on the TV where the highest first quarter points per game since 96-97, Luka Doncic is 5th on that list. Highest first quarter points per game since the 96-97 season. Luka is 5th at 9.51 points per game. The ones above him in order: Kevin Durant number 1, Allen Iverson 2, James Harden 3, Allen Iverson again at 4, and then Luka. So I mean, again, he's just killing it in the first, coming out strong, which is good because we don't want to be that stinker come out flat. I feel like in the past, Mavs started coming out and having flat first quarter. So this, Luka brings in that, that new, punch in the first quarter that we really need to start games off. And Spencer and Luka have been hooping lately. Since the All-Star break, they also flashed numbers. 31 for Luka, 22 for Spencer. But again, in this game, there was a lid on the basket. There was literally a lid on the basket for a lot of this game for the Mavericks, and it just sucked. Reggie Bullock 0 of 8 from the night from 3. I mean, he's putting it up again. He had a couple of them. I think I know for sure he had one of the ones that just went in. It looked like it was going all the way in and then out. I think he probably had 2 with the way he shoot. It just, a lot of rattling in and out. Dodo, only finished with 9 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Had a block. Trying to do everything he can out there. Jalen Brunson, of course, on a night where you need another guy. Spencer Dinwiddie only had 13. He only took 8 shots. He was 3 of 8, 2 of 4 from 3. So actually he's still shooting good from 3. That's good. Getting to the line still for him. But you really need these guys to step up. One of these guys to at least get you 20 or something, along with Luka's 30. And wow, now looking at the stats, literally only Luka had 31, Spencer Dinwiddie had 13, and nobody else had double digit scoring. Jalen Brunson only had 8 points. He was 3 of 12, 0 of 5 from 3. Not a good night for Jalen, of course, with the rest of the team too. But yeah, not trying to pick on Jalen, but just not a good night. Had 5 rebounds, had a steal. But yeah, needed some scoring from him, and he missed some wide open threes too. So it's just an off night from this whole team. Maxi Kleba 0 of 7, 0 of 4 from 3 off the bench. Of course, to go along with Bertans not hitting anything at all. He took some questionable shots too, but at that point you do what you can to help us get back into it. Hope if he gets high, he gets high. But he was 0 of 6, 0 of 5 from 3. Man, just not a good game. We finished the night 6 of 44 from 3, 13%, 13.6%, and only shot 31% from the field. Not a good night. Points in the paint. Let's see what that ended up being. 46 to 36, so outscored by 10 in the paint. But it could have easily been more than that. But they were just, it seemed like as soon as things started going bad, like it just started an avalanche, and things started to just go well for the Knicks all around. They were hitting their threes, hitting open shots and stuff. Yeah, they only finished 26%, but it seemed more if you were watching it. Yeah, it was not a good night to be watching. So yeah, that's basically it of the game. That's all I really have. Like, there's nothing more to talk about. It was an off night. Normally this hype with the Knicks, we've had like this weird rivalry with the whole Porzingis trade, but now that he's gone, it's like there's no one. And Tim Hardaway's not even playing, so it's like there's no real connection anymore. So it's kind of like that flamed out rivalry where it's whoa, hey, we're hooping. So yeah. Yeah, man, so the Knicks come in and spank us here at home. Damn, man, we scored 31 points in the third quarter as a team. Other than that, we didn't even score over 20 in any of the other quarters. First quarter, 17. Second, 17. The third, as I said, 31 points. And the fourth, only 12 points. Like, just bad. Just bad. So, next up on the game, on the schedule is here. Let me look at the standings real quick. Actually, Mavs are still in the 5th seed, tied with Utah in wins at 40, but now we are one full game behind them with 2 losses behind them, because Utah Jazz are 40 and 24, Mavs are 40 and 26. So we need Utah to lose, go on a little losing streak. They're on 1. Hopefully they can lose some more. Dallas can regain this momentum. This will just be a little stump in the road, and we'll be able to overcome it. And this, what we've been seeing, post All-Star break has been true, because we have a real test coming up. I mentioned that in the last pod. Next we play at Houston, which seems like maybe a win. Going to be don't want to call any NBA game an easy win, but it should be a foreseen dub for the Mavericks to beat Houston. But then you go and look tonight, and Houston actually beat the Lakers tonight, which, I mean, it's not saying any big thing. Shots fired at my Lakers fans, unintentional, but it's just saying on the Rockets are sneaky good, and even tonight, the Lakers are probably thinking that this should be a win for them, even being at Rockets. And I don't know what happened that game, but I know it said that Jalen Green went off, and so that's improvement from their rookie, and now we got to see him. So thanks a lot, Lakers. Like, y'all should have crushed their hopes, and then instead of them thinking like, oh shit, now we got to play the Mavs again. Now that we got to fucking play Jalen Green on is that a career high for him? I'm looking at the stat. Oh, I've clicked on the wrong thing. I want to look at the stats because I think what did he have? He had 32, I believe. But as I was saying though, playing the Rockets now. 32 points, very efficient, 13 to 21, 4 of 7 from three. It looks like a lot of these they're finally this team's finding their roles. The Rockets, from afar, it looks like everyone's adjusting to their roles, starting to fit in their roles, and they're playing somewhat well. At least as they're not the best team obviously, but they're playing well as a good as well as a good young team can play. Get those scrappy wins, especially against the Lakers, and now they come in playing the Mavs with some confidence, and now. And especially the Mavs just get stomped, here at home, which we didn't really get stomped, but it was just we couldn't, make any shots. They were scoring the paint, but again, our recipe has always been making shots, and when we're not making shots, hey, it's, we concede essentially because there's nothing else we can do. We can't stop them. We don't have a rim enforcer, so we can't just throw out somebody that's just going to stop, all the inside madness that was going on. But yeah, so then we play Houston, as I was saying, a team, coming off now a victory against the Lakers. And then after that, we go on a 4-game road streak. Well, starting Houston, that would be a 5-game road streak. But Houston, then we go play Boston Sunday. And then after that, then it's Brooklyn, and then Philadelphia, and it's Charlotte. And this will be a good test for the Mavs, like especially just test to see if this what we've been doing post All-Star break is real, and see if it could stick up against some really good competition, especially in the East. These are all teams that can make it. Especially those first 3 teams, Boston, Brooklyn, and Philly. They all could even make it to the finals. That's what I was trying to say, spit it out. But, they basically all 3 have possibilities where they can make it to the finals. And it's Charlotte just being another scrappy, good team. You got LaMelo Ball, Miles Bridges, Terry Rozier on that, that squad. There's a lot of firepower and guys that come out and get buckets on you. Gordon Hayward too. So, and they got Montrezl Harrell now too. Another, just a lot of young energy guys. So, I think this is a big road. This road trip we're going to take is a big test to the Mavs, and we're going to see what we're made of, especially going into this final stretch, because then it starts to lighten up just a little bit before we got to play a couple more hard teams before the season's really over, and this is our last little road trip test against some good competition to really kind of fine tune some things before the playoffs. So. I'm really looking forward to this next stretch of games for the Mavs. So, yeah, y'all tune in for that. And, man, see, you know what? Since this is Mavs rundown, I do the other NBA news as well. So, I am going to flip through these scores and be on here. If you're done with the Mavs, you can go ahead and log off right now. Might have to skip forward. You like hearing the intro music, man. That's my freaking jam. You know what? Something else that's on my mind that I'll just go ahead and put out. I forgot to put out my first initial pod as something, especially since I, going to the game. Something I noticed is, why have we not? And I wish I could ask Mark Cuban, why can we not update the music? What is going on? Why do every time I go, it's always the same? I get playing flashback music. I get that, especially songs, get everything. But I swear we have the same playlist since I've been going since I was a kid. Since at least we added some songs from the 2010s in there, but it's the same freaking playlist. It's 2000 music, pop music, and 2010 that. Somewhere right around under that area. What? it's the same songs like all the time. I really hope they start. And honestly, the last time we went, like they started to mix up a little bit, but it honestly it's a repetitive same songs. And even my lady noticed, and I was like, "See, I told you, like it's the same stuff." And yeah, man, I hope they can get like a really good DJ up in there and like really put in some new stuff. Which I get, you don't want to put any bad words, but at least playing some beats in the timeout. I did, compared to these other ones, which I should have written down some of the songs that I'm just like, this one really should not be in here and stuff. I should have really took better notes on that. But yeah, man, what's up with the music, yo? Like I'm all for having some throwbacks in there, but we literally have the same playlist for the last 10 years, at least 10 years, 15 years. And I'm sick of it. Like I am tired. If you go to the season games, like unless it's a really competitive game, like it gets kind of like boring. Not boring in a sense. I don't want to say the game's boring, but like just the vibe. That's what I'm trying to talk about. Like the vibe in there is just like low. Like everybody just kind of it's like, and then the music they kind of play is just kind of like makes you but it's nothing that's just kind of, just bumping music that, I hear in other arenas, they're playing some good jams, especially like other instrumentals or just anything. And, people are like jamming to whatever the new hit is or something like that. And, I'm not, who cares for all the radio music, but still just hearing new music every time, trying different things, all of a sudden seeing new things that could stick, like just, something different, please, 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 something different. Like please. Cotton Eye Joe, I'm good on that. Please, let's just move on. We don't need any more Fergie or just let's just find something new. Okay, now looking through, Jazz are kicking the shit out of the Blazers. Nuggets are beating the Kings. 77, only by 4. Oh, they just scored a 3. Okay, there you go. I feel like they're going to finish them off. Clippers, Wizards going at it. Blah. Celtics beat the Hornets. Nice. 115-101. Bulls beat the Pistons. Okay, and that Suns game earlier, I think that was on ESPN. Suns beat them 111-90. Beat the Heat. Nice. Booker's back. Nice. Well, not nice for the Mavericks because we don't want to see them in the playoffs. Well, shit, maybe we do. I think Luka could take them, actually. I like our chances. We're playing with essentially house money this year. Bring it. Especially if we got out of the first round. It's all house money. First round we need to get out of, but after the first round, all house money. Bring it on. I don't care who it is. Let's play. Bucks beat the Hawks. As I said, the Rockets beat the Lakers. Let's see. Oh, in overtime too. Yeah, I just seen that. Wow, in overtime. Rockets scored 19 to the Lakers 10 in overtime. Ooh. Oh, and the Lakers started off with the lead and gave it up in the second and came back third. Wow. That must have been a very entertaining game. Timberwolves against the Thunder. Whooped them. Timberwolves whooped the Thunder. Magic, Pelicans, Raptors, Spurs. I mean, that was a lie. Let's take on the standings, man. And MVP talk heating up. My input on that as of right now, Luka needs to be in that conversation, man. Especially if the Mavs finish with its top 4. He's got to be in that top 5 at least. If he gets us in the top 4, if a top 4 seed, he's definitely got to be in that top 5. Because I think if you get theirs, they vote on 5 people. So really, just the top 5 of MVP race. I think he should get in that for sure. If he continues playing like he has, killing it. If we can overtake the Jazz for that 4th spot and get home court advantage, or even get that 3 spot somehow, that would be crazy and definitely boost him up in that consideration. But right now, it's looking like a dead heat with Embiid and Jokic, and of course Giannis kind of lingering in that third area, even though they have a better record. But really, the stats for Embiid and Joker this year are just doing really well. But it's tough for the Nuggets still in that 6th seed, so probably have to put Joel at that number 1 spot right now, unless the Nuggets could somehow get into. If they get the 4th seed, then yeah, I definitely could see Jokic winning it again over Joel again. But if the Sixers end up finishing with the top 1 or 2 seed, then especially the number 1 seed with how tight things are over there, if they finish with the number 1 seed at the end of the year, then that'll be big for Joel winning it. So that's something to look at on another NBA news going on. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it. I wasted 20 minutes on this bitch just fucking going through stats and shit. So sorry if you stuck around and thought that shit was pointless. But hey, fuck it. You gotta entertain yourself on nights when Mavs just don't bring it, and it's just shots are just not falling. It is what it is. But hey, man, I'm AG. Thanks for listening. You can follow if you want on Twitter at Mavs_rundown. You can find podcasts on YouTube along with Spotify. So go ahead and check that out. Spread the word around to the Mavs fans if you want. If you think this shit is cool. And of course, I would love to have. I would love to have more guests on in the future. Get more opinions, more views, more perspectives. I love that shit. Putting our heads together to try to, help, come up with the best idea, for the Mavericks, and hopefully put forth that idea into the ether. And we can all root them on together, especially going on in these playoffs, man. Cannot wait for the fucking playoffs. It's going to get lit, man, because we need to get out of the first round, so the first round is going to be lit this year. So, yeah, man, when playoff time comes, I hope y'all are ready. This pod's going to be bumping. It's going to be dope. So, yeah, man, check y'all out next time. Again, as I said, next game, hold up, before I say my final line. Yeah, the Mavericks play Friday at Houston at 7 o'clock. So go ahead and make sure to check that out. Tune in. And remember, guys, cool heads prevail. And I'll see y'all next time on the Mavs Rundown.